Hello everybody, my name is Luke Marr and this is Hot Mode, and today on Hot Mode we're going to be doing a roast of the American Music Awards for the year 2019 because that red carpet was atrocious, disgusting, vile, synonyms for awful. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here are some. Nasty, terrible, dreadful, ghastly, horrid, horrible, foul, abominable, appalling, atrocious, horrendous, hideous, offensive, objectable, obnoxious, frightful, loathsome, revolting, repulsive, and repellent are just a few. So before we get any further into the video, if you guys are looking for a channel that talks about fashion in the most fun, sassy, bitchy, analytical way, this is it. So you can go down below, hit the subscribe button, and turn on my post notifications. I mean, like, what do you have to lose? You're already here. And if you guys want to see more from me, you can follow me on any of my social medias down below, and you can also check out my brand new podcast if you're interested. And also, if any of you guys are wondering what I'm wearing, it's Balenciaga. So this video especially, you cannot come for me because I'm putting my hater blockers on if the girls try to drag me for calling out these awful outfits. All right, let's just get into it. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. This sucked. Let's just do it. As per usual, A to Z, you understand. First up, Ben Platt in Coach. Now, the thing is, Stuart Vevers and Coach has been trying to diversify the brand. They were going for this prairie girl aesthetic, and now they're doing whatever this is. It's giving me very, closeted gay in the 1960s. And yeah, that's it. That's all I'm really getting here. I don't know. Is anybody else getting any sort of aesthetic? Because I'm not. I'm just fully not. There's just nothing happening. Like, who cares? It's a green leather jacket, some plaid pants, a white button down, and black boots. Why are you on the red carpet? Nobody cares. You know what I care about? Gwyneth Paltrow and Valentino in The Politician. Everything else, no fucks to give. Next up was one of the bigger, I was going to say biggest, but bigger moments of the night, and it was Billie Eilish in Burberry. I haven't really talked about Billie Eilish too much, and I plan on doing a video about her very soon, so get prepared. She came in this full vintage Burberry check look. She also wore this white bonnet baseball hat with Swarovski crystals that was giving you very much so glam, The Handmaid's Tale. I can't really watch that show because it gives me so much anxiety because I'm like, Lord knows, I'm going to be the first one to go if a Handmaid's Tale moment happens. A gay in this gigantic Italian opera coat. Chopped. So let's actually dissect this look. So first up, she's wearing the vintage Burberry check. As we said, it is a staple of Riccardo Tisci's Burberry, as it is one of the biggest and most significant, symbols and patterns of the brand. But personally, I feel like it's just a bit outdated at this point, and I actually feel like we've all sort of warmed up to the TB print that Riccardo put out and has sort of made more of a modern Burberry symbol. So I'm kind of shocked that we didn't see that because honestly, I think in a nice brown and orange, it actually could have been very effective. But we chose that. Those shoes look like every 80-year-old woman going to water parks, like water shoes, and I don't think that's the vibe at all. I really get maybe why they did the crystal grid shirt underneath, but also I don't get it. And then obviously you have the bonnet. I feel like they were trying to give her a fashion moment. It just seems so overdone. And the thing to me is Billie has a very natural style. Obviously we see the slouchy moment. That is her go-to thing. But I also feel like there are a lot of really cool graphic prints that she pulls out. She wears a lot of cartoon sort of styles. And so I feel like I would have liked for Riccardo to have done something like that for her. But again, it really seems like at this point, these designers don't even care about these red carpet looks. They just shove some shit out the door and say, good luck. So yeah, honestly, this Billie look, a flop. Next up was Billy Porter in Thom Browne. And while one of the Billies failed, the other one surpassed expectations as per usual. He's wearing this amazing Thom Browne look from what I believe is the Spring/Summer 2020 men's collection. It is this gigantic pair of culottes with this amazing cape with these little slits that allow the arms to come out. Listen, if you're gonna show up and show out. Billy Porter, every single time that I see him, proves that it's really not that hard to actually be interesting. He really truly proves it. I've never seen the man in a boring look in my entire life, even if it's ugly. it's at least interesting. I want to know about it. But all these other girls, they can't deliver. But here he is in this beautiful Thom Browne. Like, it's just a moment. Like, imagine walking out of the house looking like that. You feel great and amazing. If you're interesting, if you look cool, people take notice, and maybe that scares you, maybe that's weird, but people are actually intrigued. They're interested. They want to be you. Be somebody that people want to be, please. Next up is Britney Thompson, aka my favorite TikToker ever, Brittany Broski. Listen, the look is not my favorite. You know, she's trying. She has a slit. She has whatever those weird little like fern squiggles are coming out of her slit, which like you should probably get that checked out like medically. Also, I don't know if I love the little sheer sleeves, but honestly, I'm just happy to see a TikToker on the red carpet, and like she's the only one that I stan, so I'm happy about it. Next up is Camila Cabello, and she's wearing Oscar de la Renta, and like, no, I'm really, truly sorry, but from the Spring/Summer 2020 Oscar de la Renta collection, these are all the looks that she could have worn, but she didn't. She wore the boring one that looked like there was, you know, ivy creeping around her decrepit old body because she'd just been standing there that long. And then all the color from her dress just faded out till it was this ugly beige that looked tattered and torn. Why? Like, why? Fernando, Laura, if you're watching, call me. We need to talk, because this is not it. And Camilla, take some advice from your GBF Shawn, okay? Thank you. Next up is Carrie Underwood. Like, I don't know why whoever took this photo had to do a wide lens, because it's really not that much of a moment at all. Like, we didn't need to see the train. I'm okay. You don't need to be dramatic. Keep it vertical, please. Also, like, it's a purple sequin dress with, you know, asymmetrical straps, and then there's like half a shoulder cape. Like, make a cape or don't make a cape. Don't leave me in the lurch. Don't leave me hanging. I just need some sort of consistency from these people, okay? Like, I just do. I can't have this, oh, let's do this here and this over here, and let's put some down here and let's do it here. And like, just pick a style, make it symmetrical, and let's all move on with our lives, okay? Jesus. This one was so bad. Like, this whole AMAs was so bad. There were very few looks that I actually enjoyed at all. Even if they were ugly. Like, sometimes I enjoy the ugly looks, but not today. Next up is Christina Aguilera. I think she's trying to give you like a Grace Jones moment with the hood. It's not really working. And then like those square shoulder pads, like again, I think she's trying to be avant-garde, blah, blah, blah. If you want to be avant-garde, buy a Comme des Garçons like runway look and show up. But don't like try and like skinny Dugan around and have some random designer that nobody cares about in the middle of LA who makes like costumes for everybody, make your outfits, and then expect us to all be like, oh my God, it's so good, Christina, you look so amazing. Like, no. Nobody gives a flying pig, okay? I just, like, it's just not cool. You look a mess. You look like Lady Gaga when she wore that face thing when she was doing Art Pop. And, like, look at how Art Pop turned out. That's what you're having, Christina. Oh, God, this is painful. This one is painful. I don't like doing this one because they all just suck. Next up is Ciara. Like, I love the pleated jacket. She's wearing balmain. It actually could have been a cute moment. I sort of like the turquoise jewelry boob moment that's happening. But why couldn't the pants, the flared pants, just be pleated as well in the same color? Why does it have to be so offsetting? Why does it have to be so different? Like, why can't anybody just follow through on the same fabric? Like, you wear one fabric on top and then you wear one fabric on the bottom. I don't think it's that hard. Olivier Roussan, like, why? Like, why? Why? And also, I feel like there were at least more interesting yet uglier Balmain looks that could have been worn. Like, this didn't need to be this way, but you all made it that way. Poor Ciara, she doesn't deserve this. Next up is Constance Wu. She's giving you small child ballerina vibes. Yeah, I just can't with the pleating right below or at the vagina. It's just not cute. It's just not attractive. She looks like a small child, and I'm uncomfortable with it. Next up is Dan Levy, who many people tell me that I am his character from Schitt's Creek, and like, honestly, I've never seen it, but from what I can tell, probably accurate. He's wearing Valentino, and actually, I do like this. I like this Valentino coat. I like that it's a very simple sort of wool, nice tailored coat. It's a little bit oversized. I kind of wish it was a little bit tighter, but I do love this red print at the bottom. It looks like it's some sort of like wave. I also feel like maybe this is the collaboration collection with Undercover by Jun Takahashi, who is a Japanese designer. So I feel like that's kind of why we're getting these very like beautiful wave prints. Also, like the sneakers, they're not my favorite, but like at least it's trying something different. I feel like everybody shows up in a suit or like a button down and a pair of pants, where it's nice to see a coat once in a while. It just really is. Like, I know it was probably somewhere a little bit hot and sweaty, but like it is nice to see a coat. It's nice to see something a bit different. You don't just have to wear a gown on a red carpet. Like, try something different. You don't just have to wear a pantsuit. Wear a skirt suit. Wear, you know, I don't know. That's your job. It's your job to think these things out. And I like that Dan Levy just, you know, took it in a little bit of a different direction, and I'll take it. I'm happy with it. I really love that red print. It's very hot. Next up is Diplo and MCM. And while I like the Diplo cowboy thing, maybe I've said I haven't liked it in the past, but recently it's been turning me on. I don't love this MCM leather sort of like diagonal shape pattern going on. I feel like had you had this just nice felt, you know, cowboy suit, I could have really rode with that. I could have been happy with that, with the black hat and like the little black vest underneath, although that black vest can go. You know, and the boots are nice. Like, he would have looked nice, but I think that MCM is just like so tacky. Either like do the whole suit in the MCM leather or don't do the suit in the MCM leather. Like, MCM, we don't have to know it's you. Like, that's okay sometimes. You don't have to put your logo everywhere, okay? Thank you. Next up is Dua Lipa, or Dula Peep, if you will remember. She's giving me a Dula Peep moment in this little pink Pete dress. No, I mean, I feel like she's wearing like Christopher Kane or something. And like, let me be honest, the shoes are hot. Like, zoom in on those fucking shoes. They're hot. I really like them. I think they're very, very chic. I just don't like this dress. I don't like the fold and the flap that's coming out and like curving around the waist. I don't like the crumply, rumply pleating at the breast. And like the black ribbon is just a bit blah. I don't know. Dua Lipa, I feel like, could have worn Mugler. She wore Mugler for some performance and it was really, really amazing. Like, stick to a designer. Like, pick one designer and like, you know, keep that in rotation. Work with them to really cultivate a look. Like, do that, you know, try that. See what happens. You don't always have to jump around to crazy different designers. Because if you have a really good relationship with a brand, you have a great relationship with a brand. Why are you going to throw that away for that? The shoes are cute. I want to investigate those further. Next up is Phineas Eilish and Claudia Sulewski. Let's talk about Phineas though. First up, he is wearing Alexander McQueen, I believe. I really like this suit. I like the seams that are going through it, and the fabric looks like it's a very like heavy sort of jersey, which I can already feel it in my mind, in my hands. I'm having like phantom feeling vibes, and I'm sure it's beautiful. And then I could tell from this little floral print that it's probably McQueen, because I believe the fall 2019 menswear collection had this sort of print and style. It's really nice. And you know, do I wish that he had reversed it and worn the floral print on the outside and a black button down? Yeah, I really do. Or any of these other looks here from this McQueen collection. But I'll take what I can get at this point. Claudia Sulewski, McQueen, PR team. Hi, I hope you're watching. Could you tell me why you couldn't dress her? You knew they were gonna go on the red carpet together, and you and Sarah Burton couldn't just say, hi, here's a look from past collection, because guess what? Kris Jenner is not a great brand ambassador for you. She's a cute young YouTube girl. She's dating a famous producer. You couldn't have just lent her a look? Why? I'm lost. And like, listen, I don't normally root for the YouTube girls, but like, at this point, if you're dressing the boyfriend, just dress the girlfriend. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Please, just for consistency's sake, because now I have to talk shit about this off-the-shoulder jumpsuit that looks an absolute trash fire mess. Pinstripes in red, sweetie. No, not at all. Thank you. Next up is Halsey and Marc Jacobs, and I think that she thinks she did something, but unfortunately I can't really take my eyes off her hair, which to me looks like a gigantic ball sack that's sort of like straddling her head, which I know I'm not a hair YouTuber, but also just like, you know, when I see something that looks like a sack, I gotta call it out. This Marc Jacobs look is from the most recent Spring/Summer 2020 collection, and like, Marc Jacobs PR, you have nobody better to dress? I mean, listen, I thought that collection was a flop, and I think that this really proves that I probably was right. I just don't love the floral ruffle moment. I feel like her whole body is lost in it, and like not in a cute way. Like sometimes you're lost in the sauce in a Marc Jacobs moment because it's so big, it's so avant-garde, it's so ridiculous. This I'm like lost in a psychedelic shroom that I took accidentally and realized not 2 seconds into it that I hated everything about this experience and I wanted it to end. But unfortunately, it has lasted at least 5 hours for me now. So yeah, not obsessed at all. Different Marc Jacobs look would have been much, much better. Here are the ones that I think could have worked. Yeah, this is not my job also. Like, I'm not getting paid a stylist fee, so these people are lucky that I'm suggesting things for them. Next up, Jamie Lee Curtis. I love this. It's so simple. It's so elegant. I love her Activia moment in these nice little black pants, a black heel, a little black jacket, and I believe it's Valentino because it has these cute little black feathers at the end. It's just sweet, neat, petite. It so fits her. She's not trying to do like, oh, I'm young, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's taking this like nice, mature era for her and just like giving it a really chic, classy little style, and I'm happy with that. Next up is Katherine Langford in Rodarte, and I actually do like this. At first I thought it was Dior, and I was like, wow, Dior, you look nice, but it's the Levy sisters. From what I know, it's this little off-the-shoulder moment. I can't tell. Oh, those are bows. They look like all little individual baby tulle bows. I like it. I really, really like it. I like that it kind of gives you this feather vibe. I like that you think it's a feather. I think the silhouette is really, really beautiful. I think the off-the-shoulder sort of like cowl scarf moment is really, really chic as well. In reality, I kind of wish she had worn this to something like else, because the AMAs kind of doesn't deserve this little serve. Like, it's a cute little serve. I'll take it on a little silver platter. Thank you, Katherine Langford. Next up is Kelsea Ballerini, and she is wearing Gucci. And, you know, I was saying, like, cultivating relationships with designers before. Yeah, don't do that for her. Listen, to me, if you said this was Gucci, I'd never believe you. Maybe this is a false identification, but also, like, Gucci never sends me any PR emails, so, like, you know, that's their fault. It's a sequin suit with a bunch of different colors, red, pinks, whites, silvers. Nothing's happening. Like, I don't care. I'm just being blinded by its ugliness and the shine from the sequins. And like, what do you want me to say? Oh, it's great, it's a sequin, it's so wonderful. Like, no, she's boring, I'm uninterested, I don't know what she does, I'm not getting a storyline from this outfit whatsoever. So what do you want me to do about it? Next up is Kesha in Versace. And honestly, I was kind of sort of about it a little tiny bit, and I'll tell you why. Do I love the Versace bathrobe? Absolutely not. I'm good. Like, give that to Donatella. She can do that while she's walking around the house naked. Like, let her live her life. Kesha, I love you. Wear a dress on a red carpet. Don't wear a bathrobe, okay? That's just weird. But the boots with the shoes, that's a moment. Now, the thing is, this is very signature Versace Baroque as I like to call it. It's this mixture of all these different references with the black and the chiaroscuro, which is a mixing of the dark and the light to give an aesthetic. So you have this very signature Versace gold with this black background and all these like different Greek and Roman symbols. I do really like it. I like the shoes. I really do like the shoes. I like the print. I just wish it wasn't in a bathrobe. I just wish it was a nice dress. Like, give me a nice dress, pleated skirt, cute little jacket, nice little bodysuit. That would have been hot for Kesha, especially with this like nice glam that she's going for. That would have been cute. I want that for her. Stop with the bathrobes. Thank you. Keep those on the Instagram stories of the basic bitches of the world. Don't bring it on a red carpet, Kesha. Next up is Lauren Jauregui. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it. So, she's wearing a python ball gown. I'm trying to think of a fun rhyme that has to do with killing myself, because that's all I'm getting here. There's just like nothing interesting. It's a python ball gown. Why? Why? Who invented it? Why did you decide, oh, I like that, I'm gonna wear that? And then you got to the point where you put it on your body and said, I'm gonna leave the house in that. No, like, no, absolutely not. Disgusting, vile, reprehensible, immoral, unethical, so many things wrong with this. You can go. Thanks. Next up, the only person that I truly care about at this point, and the only person that actually gives me life, Lil Nas X and Christopher John Rogers. Now, I know that I talked about Zac Posen in a recent video where I essentially said that the red carpet is going to be a hot-ass garbage fire because Zac Posen no longer is creating beautiful gowns. But Christopher John Rogers is like serving the shit out of not only women's wear now, but now it's menswear. Now we're getting to menswear, and like, look at that cropped, boxy ass 80s jacket in acid green. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And then the pants, like, beautiful. And then there is an amazing neon green and black cheetah turtleneck with matching finger gloves. Like, it's a whole ass turtleneck that has gloves attached. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm here. I stan. And then you know what goes on a bottom? Boots! It's a boot. It's a literal boot. And you know what kind of boot it is? It's a square toe. Square toe boot. That's the kind of boot. That's when you get to boot heaven. That's boot nirvana. That is boots the house down realness, mama. That's what I want. That's all I'm asking for. A neon green, square toe, heeled boot. Video's done. I'm not even, no. Thank you, Lil Nas, Old Town Road, closure. I'm getting closure. I'm having closure right now. He's giving me closure because the rest of this shit is going to be a disaster. Next up is Lizzo. She's wearing Maison Valentino. Now, there's a lot to talk about with this look. So, the Valentino look. It is a runway look. It's a take on a runway look. It's in this very light, peachy, sort of neon-y orange. Now, I love the silhouette of this. I really, really do. I actually think it's very flattering. I think she looks great. I think she's paired the hair with it perfectly, that subtle little orange and the makeup. Like, she's done a really, really good job. The thing is, I do not love the way that those ruffles fall. I just feel like it falls a bit messily. And I was like, wait, that's Valentino? Like, no, all of that stuff should be falling much, much stronger than it. Like, I just feel like the way it's fallen needs to change. It needs to be different. It needs to be tweaked. But I will say I'm actually really happy and proud of Valentino that they're dressing plus-size women on a red carpet, because no longer is it just Christian Siriano throwing a piece of fabric around a plus-size woman and saying, bam, I did it, and like tying it with a belt and like saying, boom, look at me, I'm a designer. No, we're getting like an actual dress that is constructed, it is based on a runway look, and it's made for a plus-size woman. I love that. I just wish that the ruffles were a bit stronger, a bit more placed, a bit more technical. But then Lizzo comes out and she has this tiny baby Valentino V-bag, and I love. Who's Jacques Mousse? I don't know him. Simone who? Simone Port who? Simone Port where? Simone Port? I don't know. Who cares? What? Valentino. But I will say the shoes. They need work. They need a little help. They're not my faves. They're really not. But honestly, like, I'm very happy with this, and I actually think that this is a really pivotal moment in red carpet history that a lot of people might not understand, but I'm excited to see where it's gonna go, and I'm proud of the Valentino team for making this happen. Next up is Maya Hawke in Dior, and honestly, Maria Grazia, cute. See, listen, I can say to Line Blue in the face, MGC, I can't stand you. But when it's cute, it is cute, and I will say that, and I think that's the respectable thing to do. I love this dress. It is signature Maria Grazia sheer. I love the little white polka dots all around it. I think it's really nice. I like that you can see a little bit of the crinoline cage coming through because the skirt is sheer. I love the little bustier. I don't love the belt. I don't think the belt is necessary, although Maria Grazia seems to really think that it always is. But honestly, for the most part, I actually can kind of overlook it. I also love this little net and sort of lace that's coming down. And then you move up to the shoulders and you have this piling of this lace fabric, knit fabric, net fabric, whatever it is. And it sort of like piles so it creates these weird little shoulders. And like a lot of people I feel like would be like, no. But I actually think it's really sweet. I think it's really cool. It's something a little bit different that I've never really seen before. So I'm really happy with this. I think this is just like a beautiful ass look, and I'm very happy with Maria Grazia today. Who knew? Next up is Megan Thee Stallion. And whilst Megan had an amazing Azzedine Alaïa moment for IG Magazine, insert photo so that you know and understand what was happening, I don't love this. I believe that she's wearing Brian Hearns, and it's just like a boring sequin drape dress. And like, you know how I feel with this. Like, Megan, I love you, but it's just boring. It's banal. It has no storyline. It has nothing that is giving me anything to work with. You know what I mean? Like, you see that and you say, oh, it's Megan. And now what? Like, what do I do? Like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to, oh, this is so great, it's Megan. Like, no, I'm not going to say that. Like, it's a draped sequin dress. It's boring. It's uninteresting. Nobody cares. Megan, just go to your seat. Babe, I love you. If you're not going to do it, just go. Pull out some great vintage. Like, it's definitely possible. I know it was for a magazine that we were getting that Alaïa moment, but like, to me, Azzedine Alaïa PR team, if anybody is going to be the queen of bodycon, it's going to be Megan Thee Stallion, hot girl Azzedine. Like, yeah, where is that? You know what I mean? Let's make that moment happen. Please, somebody just put Megan Thee Stallion as the brand ambassador for Azzedine Alaïa. Thank you. Have a great day. Next up is Post Malone in this checked suit. I like the boots. I do. A little crocodile moment. And then I like this plaid. I think it's really cute. The check, it could be a plaid. I'm not super sure on like my Scottish-Irish clan aesthetics. But I like the bolo tie. I like the white shirt underneath. I just do wish that the hat had been in the plaid, which is weird for me because normally I'm like, But I do think that if the hat had been in plaid, it kind of would like build out the look completely. So hoping for the future, we get a full hat print moment. You know what I mean? Next up is Regina King, and she is wearing this black gown. I really like the keyhole cutout in the center. I think it's really, really nice. And I love this symmetrical off the shoulder sort of draping that's coming down so you can see a bit of the shoulder, but it drapes. I really like the fabric. I actually think it's nice. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a sequin, maybe it's like metallic. I'm not super sure, but it looks quite sweet. I'm not obsessed with the black satin band around the waist because like at this point I get it. It like needs to cinch the waist, but also like figure something else out. We live in the 21st century. Iris Van Herpen is 3D printing. Like, you can try something different. But in reality, I actually think it's a quite sweet little look for her, and I'm happy with it. Next up is Selena Gomez, and from what I've heard is Versace, but I'm not super sure. The girls, they look like they're about to pop out. And I don't know if that's the way. Like, listen, sweetie. Yeah, I thought that this was the worst thing that could really like happen for Selena Gomez the whole night, but then I like listened to her sing that song, and like normally I don't watch the award shows ever, and most certainly I never actually say what I think about performances, because listen, I don't really know much about music, but like even I, who's tone deaf, could hear that she was off key, and like that performance, this look is off key as well. It's just an ugly key lime green dress that's like draped and ruched and has these gigantic ruffles that fall down around it. And it's like, you know what? I actually could have just took a piece of fabric, slung it around her, threw some paper clips on it and said, oh, look at me, red carpet, pay me my invoice, please. But for some reason, she's paying a stylist to do this for her. I'm lost. I kind of stopped saying fire your stylist a while ago because I just thought, I don't want anybody to actually fire their stylist, but like, this is a moment where you pivotally say, is this the direction I want to be going in for my future? No. Next up is Shawn Mendes. This purple suit, I like it. It's sweet. I like the little dark green, turquoise, teal, whatever that color is. Little shirt underneath. I actually think it's nice. The chest hair is a great accessory. I am about it. And you know what that boy did? You know what he did? He wore a mother tucking boot, and I'm proud. I'm so proud. I love those boots. I think they're so hot. They're so cool. I don't actually know who he's wearing. Nobody really talked about it, but I think he looks good. It's simple. It's, you know, a little bit effective. He's trying to like be that straight butch man, and if that's what you want, Shawn Mendes, you achieved that look. Next up is Taylor Swift and Julian McDonald. And like, so Taylor Swift is going through this whole thing on Twitter with like Scooter Braun, and like, she's trying to like, you know, get everybody to support her. And listen, I'm actually here for that. And I'm not even like a Taylor Swift fan, like don't really like care that much. I like Bad Blood, okay? That's like, I don't mind Taylor Swift like as a person. But to have that moment, to really be like, guys, like support me, I'm coming back, I'm making a comeback. And then you wear that green dress that is draped awfully, that has a short little skirt underneath, and then you're wearing a black knee-high boot that doesn't even make sense with the rest of the look. The straps are, oh God, not the same and look terrible. It just is not cute. Like, you're Taylor Swift. Buy something that's cute. Wear Stella McCartney custom. Like, do something, but like that? That? No, I'm sorry. I'm getting like so upset about this, but like, God, you're Taylor Swift. Like, make a move, Jesus. Like, I went to Balenciaga this weekend and bought this coat, and like, guess what? I'm me. I'm irrelevant. You're Taylor Swift. Go buy something interesting at the very least. But this, a green sequin dress with a drape that, you know, my 4-year-old cousin could do? Jesus. To finish off the night is Tyra Banks. Yeah, it's a brown suit with bra. But like, honestly, I don't really care. Like, she's Tyra, she's America's Next Top Model, like, you know, whatever. But then you wear those black moto gloves, and I'm like, Tyra, what motorcycle are you about to get on? Like, where is this going? I don't understand. And then you put on the cowboy hat, and I'm just like, why? You're on a red carpet. You don't need the hat. Like, take it off. It's fine. It doesn't even match the outfit. It doesn't make sense. And then you have the bag, which looks like wood. And then I'm thinking, wood, like, would you, you know, stop looking so bad on the red carpet? No, you wouldn't? Okay, cool. It's just blah, 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 blah. It's just, everybody sucks. This whole thing sucks. You all suck. So that is the end of the AMA's red carpet roast. If you guys are looking for a best dressed, in my humblest of opinions, it is Lil Nas X. And the worst dressed, personally for me, let's go through, because there's some stiff competition for absolutely god awful. I think it's gonna be Selena. I just couldn't with the girls popping out of that dress. Like, they look like they need help. Like, they look like they need, you know, CPR or something. They look constricted, like they've been strangled. Like, I'm scared they're gonna turn purple at some point from the lack of oxygen. It's just uncomfortable. Yeah, those are my opinions. I'm sorry this was such a depressing episode, but also, like, when the red carpet's depressing, it affects my mood, you know? So please let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I'd love to hear all of your opinions, because you already know that, you know, you guys are gonna bitch about it all too. So let's see. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, and TTYL.